Here's a psychological fact you are not ready for. Motivation does not exist. It is a fairy tale for adults, invented by losers to justify their inaction. You are waiting for a spark. You are waiting for inspiration. You are waiting until you feel like it. I have bad news for you. You will never feel like it. Your brain is evolutionarily programmed to save energy. Every time you choose the couch over the workout, you are not lazy. You are a biologically obedient animal. But you don't want to be an animal. You want to be a legend. And legends don't wait for the wind. They grab the oars. Psychologists call this affective forecasting. Your brain lies to you that tomorrow you will be more energetic, more willful, more ready. This is a lie. Tomorrow you will be just as tired as you are today, just one day older. You live in a prison of your emotions. You say, "I want to be free." But what do you mean? Most people think freedom is doing whatever you want. This is a mistake. That is the definition of slavery. If you eat a donut because you want to, you are a slave to your appetite. If you skip work because you want to sleep, you are a slave to your comfort. If you scream because you want to vent anger, you are a slave to your hormones. True freedom is the ability to say no to yourself. True freedom is doing what you must do, regardless of how you feel. But here is where it gets worse. You think discipline is restriction, that it is a prison, that it is boring. You look at people who wake up at 5 a.m. and think, they are crazy. They don't know how to enjoy life. You are wrong. The disciplined person is the only one who is truly free. They are free from illness because they train. They are free from poverty because they control their finances. They are free from chaos because they control their mind. And you? Are you free? Or are you just a passenger in a body rolling downhill? You aren't driving the car. You are sitting in the back seat screaming while your inner monkey drives you off a cliff. Here is the painful truth. You are soft. You grew up in a world that did everything to erode your strength. Warm water, air conditioning, food delivery, soft beds, Netflix. Your pain threshold is so low that the slightest discomfort gives you a panic attack. You call burnout what your grandfather called a bad Tuesday. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius knew a secret we have forgotten. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. You are afraid of cold water in the shower. You are afraid to approach the barbell. You are afraid of a conversation. Why? Not because it will kill you, but because it is unpleasant. You have made comfort your God. But comfort is a God that demands human sacrifices, and it takes your dreams. You say, "I'm not in the mood." Who cares? Do you think the legionnaires of Rome were in the mood to march 50 kilometers with gear? Do you think your father was in the mood to go to a hated job for 30 years to feed you? No. They did it because it was their duty. You have lost the sense of duty. You replaced it with self-love. But pitying yourself is not love. It is slow self-destruction. Loving yourself means demanding the maximum from yourself. Loving yourself means being that sergeant who won't let you die in the trench of laziness. And here is what nobody wants to admit. This isn't just philosophy. This is biology. Recent research by neuroscientists, specifically Andrew Huberman's lab, discovered an area in the brain called the anterior midcingulate cortex, AMCC. This is the physical center of willpower. Scientists noticed a shocking fact. In people who do what they don't want to do, this area grows. It gets physically larger. And in people who constantly seek comfort, this area shrinks. It atrophies. This means willpower is not a gift. It is a muscle. And right now, your willpower muscle looks like a dystrophy patient who can't even lift a spoon. And that explains exactly why your life falls apart from the slightest breeze. Your mind seeks the easy path. This is called limbic friction. When you want to start work and your brain says no, that is friction. Most people turn around and go back to bed. The Stoic walks through the friction. He uses pain as fuel. The concept of stoicism is built on 3 pillars you must burn into your subcortex. Pillar 1, the dichotomy of control. There are things that depend on you, your actions, your thoughts, your reaction. There are things that do not depend on you, the weather, other people's opinions, politics, the past. You waste 90% of your energy worrying about what you don't control. What if they don't like me? What if it rains? The Stoic ignores the external. He focuses on the internal. He is the captain of the ship. He doesn't control the wind, but he controls the sails. Stop crying about the storm. Take the helm. Pillar 2, memento mori. Remember death. It sounds grim, but it is the greatest motivation. You act as if you have 500 years in reserve. You put life off for later. Later does not exist. There's only now and never. Imagine today is the last day of your life. Would you spend it scrolling TikTok? Would you spend it holding grudges over petty things? Death is the best advisor. It stands over your left shoulder and whispers, "You are leaving soon. Don't waste this moment." Pillar 3, voluntary discomfort. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, would once a month wear rags, eat stale bread, and sleep on the floor. Why? To tell his fear of poverty, "Is this what I was afraid of?" You must intentionally introduce stress into your life. Cold showers, fasting, heavy training, pressure. You must harden your spirit before life hits you, because life will hit. And if you are soft, you will break. But if you are hardened, you will become stronger. Your brain thinks, "If I avoid pain, I will be happy." Reality is different. Pain is inevitable. The question is only which pain you choose. The pain of discipline, heavy but bears fruit, or the pain of regret, bitter and eternal. If this triggered you, good. If you felt ashamed, excellent. Shame is the spark of change. Here is the truth you avoided looking in the eye. No one is coming to save you. There is no Harry Potter, no magic, no lottery ticket. There is only you and the silence. There is only you and the cold. There is only you and the weight that must be lifted. Your inner coward wants you to quit. It says, let's do it tomorrow. It says, you deserve a rest. It says, you aren't talented enough. You must take this coward by the throat and crush it. You must destroy the weak you so the strong you can breathe. This is a war. And it is a war happening 24/7 inside your head. And so far, you are losing. If you want to break this cycle of weakness, you need the iron protocol. Here is a mental trick that will change your biochemistry. It is called the 3-second rule. When you know you must do something, get out of bed, go to the gym, start work, and you feel that sticky resistance, you do not enter negotiations with your brain. You give it no time for excuses. You count 3, 2, 1, and you move. You throw your body into action like a soldier throwing himself onto a grenade. You turn off thinking and turn on the machine. Start small but be ruthless. The alarm. You never hit snooze. If you hit snooze, you lost the first battle of the day. You admit it, your sleep is more important than your purpose. Get up immediately. Do what you hate. Find one thing a day that causes discomfort and do it. Cold shower? Great. 100 burpees? Perfect. That conversation you delayed? Now, finish what you start. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you leave a dirty plate, you leave your life dirty. Discipline lives in the details. Stop waiting for inspiration. Inspiration is for amateurs. Professionals just show up and work. Become the professional of your life. The world will tell you, relax. Your body will tell you, stop. Your spirit will say, CanStillGo. Subscribe if you are ready to accept the pain and turn it into power. We begin.